Are you tired of spending hours or maybe even days writing a property description for your new listing? Right now, I'm going to show you a way to use ChatGPT to almost instantly generate that property listing and make it stylized for your specific brand of real estate. If you're a real estate agent, which I was actually a real estate agent and broker in California a long time ago in the mid 2000s, and I remember having to write these property listing descriptions, and you want to put a bunch of style into it, you want to impress your clients, but at the end of the day, you might not be a writer, and honestly, it's hard to find details sometimes that will really make the property stand out. Now, even further, you want to establish your brand as a realtor, as having authority, as being professional, but also having a unique style that'll differentiate you from other real estate agents in your area. So what I did was produce a small little custom GPT. This is basically an application that you could generate using ChatGPT, but to use the application, you don't actually have to be a pro member. So if you don't want to pay for ChatGPT, that's fine. This tool I'm going to show you is going to work anyways. So I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'm going to go into ChatGPT and actually show you the tool itself. All right. So this is the article I wrote associated with this. Basically, I'm just describing, copyright and real estate. And then the part I wanted to show you is actually this, the styles. So I generated 8 different types of styles you could actually write a listing in. And what you'll find is that these are pretty simple. And what you should do is, as a real estate agent, just pick one and then maintain it through all of them. This is your branding, and people will start to identify, or ideally start to identify your listing as yours just by reading how the description is written. So what we did was produce these 8 different kind of styles of writing. We produced a basic template of the best practices for writing real estate descriptions, and then we created a GPT that we call the real estate property description generator. Now, if you go to this article, and I'll include the link wherever you're finding this video, you'll see this description or this application. Now, again, you do have to have an account, but it could be a free account and you'll still be able to access it. But all you have to do is come into here, say, I need to write a property description, and then it's just going to ask you a few questions. So I actually just sold a house of mine. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some of the features that we had in the property, and then we'll see what it generates. So again, and you could do this with minimal input in terms of the property, but you're a real estate agent, so I'm sure you have a bunch of guidelines you'd like to put in. So I'm going to say one single family residence. I'm going to put in, oh, also, if you want to drop lines within the chat, just hold down shift and press enter, and it'll drop down lines without actually inputting the information itself. So 2, number of bedrooms and baths. I'm going to say 4 bed, 2.5 bath. 3 special features. We had a pool. We had a guest, or we'll say pool bathroom. We had a large, we'll call it a garage for 4 cars, separate apartment. We also had 3 acres. That's a good one. Horse field. And we'll put fully gated. All right. Location. I'm not going to get too detailed here, but I'll put Austin, Texas. And then finally, key points to emphasize. I'm going to say emphasize that this is an urban farm or mini farm. That is perfect for people who want the farm experience, but also appreciate luxury and convenience. And again, I'm just writing about my property. You probably have more input. Just put in as much as you can. All right, next. Thanks for the details. Now, please choose a writing style. Now, this is the really cool part. Now, if you want to brand yourself, which you should always be branding yourself, this one component is going to be starting you down that process. So you have the storyteller approach, luxury angle, data-driven approach, the lifestyle pitch. I think that fits well. Then you also have the visualizer style, feature focus style, emotional hook, and the investor focus. And so you can see how these kind of cover the gambit of all the different types of properties and people that might want to buy them. For this one, I'm going to do the lifestyle pitch. I think that kind of goes in line with the urban mini farm theme. Great choice. The lifestyle pitch is perfect for this kind of property. Before I create the description. I have a couple more quick questions. Would you like to include details about recent renovations or updates? Oh, that's really good input. And what you'll find with AI is they'll actually add things to it without even you thinking about it. So I could say, yeah, one, yes, we did 500K in updates over the last 3 years. And then number two, should we focus on the neighborhood or community amenities? Two, no. And there you go. And again, the way AI works is not like your typical programs where you're kind of locked into a sequence. You could ask questions to this program and it'll provide answers. So if you don't know how to do the description, if you need it longer, shorter, literally any adjustments you need, it'll actually do that. So here's what it came up with based on the style and the input. Discover a rare blend of modern luxury and rural charm in the stunning 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath urban mini farm located on 3 fully gated acres in the heart of Austin, Texas. Recently updated with over 500,000 renovations, this property offers the perfect setting for those who crave the peacefulness of farm life but don't want to sacrifice the comforts of city living. And it just goes on from there. Now, you could make this shorter or longer, depending on what you want. You could add details, you could add adjustments. Again, you're the real estate agent, you're the professional, so put your spin on it. But this gets you, 90% of the way there. Now you just have to modify and, add different changes, maybe shorten it, maybe lengthen it, whatever you need. But what you'll find with this actual tool is it's not just good for your listing on the MLS. You could actually put it on flyers. You could put it in social media posts. If you wanted to, you could use this same tool to generate, maybe a month worth of social posts. And just for fun, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to say use this property description to create a series of 10 social media posts for Facebook. Create a unique, an appealing set of posts that focus on different elements of the property to make it seem unique, or let's say interesting in each one. And again, it's however you want to describe what you want. This again is just an easy way. And you'll find that, since I haven't given it a bunch of rules, which is what we teach you to do at the academy, you'll get all these emoticons, which is kind of fun if you like that. Most likely, though, when I see these, I usually think that this was written by AI, which is not great. So you can just tell it to pull those out. But what you have is 10 different posts about this property. So urban mini farm dream. Have you ever dreamed of living in the farm life without leaving the city? Welcome to this urban mini farm in Austin, Texas, where luxury meets the peaceful charm of 3 fully gated acres. Luxury poolside living. Dive into your own private oasis. Let's see. Have a passion for horses. This property features a spacious horse field. It just goes on from there. And again, you could say use the property description to create the content needed for an 8-page brochure. Give content for each page. And that's all you have to do. Now it already has your information, so now it could generate some really cool stuff. So you have the, rare blend of modern elegance and rural charm on 3 stunning acres, and then it starts breaking it down. Welcome and overview. And what it's actually doing is pulling standard practices from online for brochure creation, and then it's giving you the information. So now if you want to go ahead and, produce the brochure, you could actually do it really easily. I'm not going to get into those details, but just know that once it has the information, it'll actually be able to continue to produce useful elements all by itself. All right, so there you have it. If you are a real estate agent, go ahead and check out this tool. It's super helpful. It's actually really fun to use. And if nothing else, it gives you a nice draft in order to build everything else off of. But again, AI is not your typical program. It doesn't have to be limited by the capabilities that even the creator of it, which was me, gave it. Because all the stuff you saw me do with the social media posts and with the brochure content, that wasn't actually guidelines I gave it. Now, when I do come out with these custom apps like I did with this one, I do give it parameters to make sure it fits all of the different necessities that I want to give the user, but you could go outside of that whenever you want. So if you like content like this, please subscribe. We're coming out with a lot of this industry specific content to really show people in all industries how they can use AI to improve their lives today.